What's up, people? I'm Alex.
And I'm Topsy.
And we're Sync the Beat podcast. And today, do you want to do the honors, Topsy?
We have a special guest. We call her Vinyl Girl, but that's not her name. We are joined by the lovely, the one and only Reina.
How are you, sis?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Looking radiant as ever.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
had to bring the Sunday's best.
Mm-hmm.
The hair is herring.
The earrings are earring in.
And what did they say on the earring?
Door.
Because that's what you are.
Period.
She's a door.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
What is so funny is we saw you the other day.
Yes.
Than me.
Randomly in studio in Covent.
Stereos.
Stereo.
I even said studio. Wow.
We saw each other at a music event though, so common
Yeah.
interest. And
Yeah.
Alex was like, hey. And I was like, And then you turned around and you were like,
Because we held eye contact for about 3 seconds where I was like,
So I didn't want to go to you,
Yeah.
like, hi, and you're like, I don't know you.
Yeah.
So I looked at you.
her head was
thinking,
like
okay.
this.
I had to go on Instagram as you were staring because I was like, keep looking at her. Let me go on Instagram. I had to get the Instagram up, and before the Instagram came up, that's when you went. I was like, it is you. Oh my god, that was a good event though. We went for Cloud X?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cloud X New Wave magazine.
Yes, and they have like a series that they're doing each week. Shea Universe will be there on the final week.
Yeah.
We went to see Ayana headlining. Are you familiar with Ayana?
A little bit. My friends were more familiar with her, but I was familiar with Summer Banton. So I wanted to see her. And just I'm kind of on a vibe of if I don't know the artist, it's fine. If I know like the kind of music, I'm still gonna go.
Who was the one that was whistling the whole time? Was that Summer?
No.
That was the other one.
Natalie.
The whole time.
And she had been popping up. I can't remember her name right now. It's like Natalie, and then her last name begins with L. But she'd been popping up on my For You page for a minute. I was like, wait a damn minute.
That's you.
That's you.
I like Summer. She was cute. She's very
Yeah.
It was
cute.
cute.
I've loved Summer.
Cute.
She has a lot of good songs as well.
Well, I've never come across her before.
Same.
I think she had the song that went popular on TikTok was Be My Guest. If you wanna leave, then baby boy, just be my guest. You're wasting time. That was like the popular
Was
one.
that the old school one that she said?
Yeah.
That's like a bit old school.
Yeah.
Is that one? Okay.
That was like the
She's a good
popular.
singer. She's cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
I
mean,
liked Ayana though. Ayana was giving us stage
It's
presence.
like when she said, I'm going to take my shoes off, I was like, she's about to perform.
yeah. One thing about Ayana, she's always been like that.
Riff Queen.
Okay.
Yeah, we've known her since young. Like we used to go camping together and everything.
Ooh.
And she's always been the kind of person where it's like, I'm gonna sing and I want to sing and I'm gonna be that it girl.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And she's got vocals. Like she's got
She
great
does.
vocals.
She was
live as
amazing.
well.
Good control as well. And then her biggest fan was in the crowd. Yalla, yalla, happy
So funny. Sing boys like you, Habibi. Like that.
As in, she was trying to introduce the song, and the guy was like, "I don't want to hear the intro. Just sing the song."
Yeah. Girl, get to sing it.
Just get to sing it. You know what?
Literally.
Like, you need fans like that at your shows.
Yeah, but that's one of the good things about live shows is you do get that interaction that you don't get if you're just sitting at home listening to it on your phone. And I guess you can like talk to your fans. I think she was talking to people at the front because she was
Yeah,
listening
my
to-
friends
I was
were
like,
at the front. Ebony, my friend Ebony, she loves Ayana. So she said, girl, I'm going to go to the front. That's why I was sitting in the back.
Oh.
well, she was like, I already pre-saved the album or the EP, sorry.
Oh yeah, the EP. So
Album soon come, please.
Yeah.
We spoke about this. I thought an album would have been good for her.
No.
Alex said no.
I
Oh,
don't
why
think
not?
At this stage in her career, she doesn't need an album. An EP is fine.
I feel like you can get away with it.
Introduced
Yeah.
to audiences and masses. She's still building her fan base, even though she's with, is it LVRN? That's who Summer Walker.
Mm-hmm.
She's written for Summer Walker and Sierra
Mhm.
and other artists. But I feel like for a British girl that's obviously trying to break an American market and a UK market, with the R&B market in general, I don't think you need an R&B an album at this stage.
I would kind of agree, only because when you look at someone like Victoria Monet, she had, before Jaguar, she had a few EPs, and then Jaguar, because it's supposed to be a 3-act project.
Yeah.
Jaguar 2 is her debut album, and then we got the Deluxe.
Love the Deluxe, by the way. Love the Deluxe. I prefer it to the original. I do. To Jaguar 2, I prefer the Deluxe.
Guys, I'm not a Victoria Monet stan.
Oh,
Sister. You
sister.
need to be in the right environment, the right mood.
I feel like...
I saw her at All Points East.
No.
And I was like...
You need to see her at her own concert. Because I feel like when you see artists at festivals, you might not necessarily connect. But when you're in an environment where everybody is here for this artist... Because I saw her at Roundhouse.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my days, that lady. And she did kind of a similar set that she did at All Points East. But like when you're in a smaller venue and everybody is like just focused on this one thing, you can really make a decision.
Don't get me wrong. Vocals good, dancing good, sex appeal on 100, but I just don't feel like I connect with her. So I say, okay, oh my mama, oh my hood. Okay, I mean, I'm just
There's more to her than that. I think that
way more.
maybe I need to let it simmer again.
Listen, when I heard that Alright was gonna be a single, I was like,
Yeah,
waited for it so much.
And she
Last.
didn't do much with it.
No, I feel like she could have done more with it. It's the same way I feel with, well, this one's not this artist's fault, but Chloe Body do justice for that song, because that song is, I'm telling you.
And
vocals, look,
Body Do
pop,
and Treat Me.
I'm telling you.
She let that fall like
I tell
a
you.
rock out of the sky.
I tell you, I don't know what her label is doing. Because I know with Chloe, everybody blames Beyonce. I mean, everyone's blaming Beyonce at the
Why are they
moment.
blaming Beyonce for her?
Because Beyonce, they're under the management company, but it's like, that's a management company. You still need your record label. The reason why she probably got to do like all the things that she's done in her career so far is because of her management company and not her label. Because if she didn't have the backing of like Parkwood, then I think it would be even worse. And I feel like people love to hate on her. Not me though. People love to hate on her. And then when she finally does something, they just find anything to complain about.
I think that people were so used to seeing, Chloe and Halle, the cute little girls singing on the guitars on YouTube. Then when she came out and she was doing Sexy, everyone was like, ooh, it's a bit too much.
Did you guys listen to Ungodly Hour? Like, does even like Ungodly Hour, the song, it's just like, they've always been.
A small girl anymore though.
That song is kind of like a sexy song. So I was like, why are you guys so... Now, I will say Chloe probably is a bit more explicit, but like, why are you so surprised?
Yeah, and she's owning her sexiness and her confidence. And it's like, if you don't do that, people will say you need to be a bit more sexy. When you do it, you're being a bit too much.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because she came out with her first single, that Have Mercy, and the video was just outrageous.
But was it outrageous though? Because I mean, like,
why are you splitting your pussy open like that?
But Cardi B has done worse. Nicki Minaj has done worse. Meg Thee Stallion has done worse. Yeah, and that's how she wants to start. That's how she wants to go on.
I think with Chloe, I think there's like this, and I can kind of identify with it as well. Is there's this kind of awkwardness that she has, and I think that's what people hooked on to. Whereas if she's trying to find herself, of course it's going to be like a little bit awkward. They did the same thing to Beyonce when Beyonce was coming out on her own. Like, I remember, I don't remember, but my mom was telling me like, Work It Out, which I think was on Austin Powers. They were saying at the time, some people at the time really found the song jarring. I was like, first of all, you will not talk about Beyonce in that gold outfit with that afro as jarring. I don't care.
Inspiration, honey.
Exactly. Exactly. You will not talk about Queen Mother like that, first of all.
Yeah.
But like, when I look at Chloe and Beyonce, like the way that their careers kind of started, they're kind of similar in a way. Both started in girl groups, then went on their own and did their own thing. But even on her newest album, Trouble in Paradise, she had a song with her sister Halle, and no one was talking about it. But you guys were complaining, we need more Chloe and Halle. I like that song. That's like my favorite song.
That's a gorgeous song. Okay, so we've already touched on it. It's kind of 10 minutes. Obviously talking about musicians and concerts and stuff. We're obviously here today to talk about the live music and concert culture and what that kind of entails. So the kind of brief for the episode is the experience of attending live concerts and festivals and the changing dynamics of live performances and how fan culture has affected how live shows are digested. And has it affected the way we digest live entertainment? So it's quite a broad topic to talk about, but obviously having Reina Vinyl here is the perfect guest because we've met her so many times on Nights Out.
You tell the people what you do.
Well,
Yeah,
where do I
listen.
start?
TikTok queen.
Where do I start? So I would describe myself as a music media creator,
Okay.
mainly on TikTok, YouTube. I also do other things as well, like I'm a photographer as well, which sounds kind of random, but I like to take pictures at concerts and then I put that on my photography page. I've also done music writing before, and on my day job, I just work in marketing.
I really need to know that. 'Cause right now you're creative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Creatively, music is like always just been my
He's a
thing.
little bit creative.
I think probably that's where like music and marketing kind of converge in a way, because even though the way I work in my day job is different, I'm very much still interested in how like music is marketed, what are the strategies are being used, and like how the market keeps changing. So I think it's kind of related.
That's
just like
very
a little
relevant
bit.
to the episode.
Yeah.
Very relevant. So, I mean, so let's dive in. So, obviously, you go to a lot of concerts.
I do.
A lot.
A lot.
Like at least one a
We outside.
Now, my thing is that from back in the day to how it is now, concerts are so expensive.
Okay, when did you start going to concerts?
Back in 2009.
Oh, you started early.
You started early.
Early,
I only
early,
started
early.
2018.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Only 2018. My mom wasn't taking me to.
Same.
I went on my own. I went with my friends.
Yeah, my friends.
My
didn't
mom
do
wasn't
that.
letting me out of her sight, bro.
Oh my God. Well, like me and my best friend, we used to go to loads of concerts. We went to Orange Rock Corps
Yeah.
when that was a thing. Did You Dirty Money was there. I know we spoke about this in last episode, but Did You Dirty Money was there.
Yeah.
There was Primal Scream. There was, I think Florence was there. And then
And the Machine.
I think Florence was there.
Ooh.
Or if it was it was Jessie J. Jessie
Okay.
J was there. So we used to go back in year 9. We were like,
Year 9.
Year 9.
Wow.
That's early.
yeah.
At that age, you need a parent to go with you.
That's what I'm saying.
Child, back in the day,
You just walked in. Okay.
it's like 13 plus.
Okay, it's one of those kinds of
Yeah,
events.
so we used to queue outside Wembley to get into Orange Rock Corps. I still remember this so clearly. And then after that was Hackney Weekend.
Okay.
So that was around the time the Olympics was about to start, or was it
2012,
Yeah,
yeah.
around that kind of era. And I was 16. I remember some guy asked me, he said, "Mate, have you got any pills?" And I was like, "Oh, I've not got any paracetamol. I'm so sorry."
That's not the kind
Lo
of
and behold,
film.
I'm 29 now. And now I know you're talking about drugs.
Drugs.
Drugs. None the wiser back in the day, but that's my earliest memory. And then from there, I've been to the Ali Pali to see Haim. I've seen
Oh,
Lana
you've seen
Del Rey.
Haim?
Yeah,
That's
I
so
love Haim. That was so good. It was so good. I've seen who am I talking about? Lana Del Rey when she first came here. I've seen Beyonce and her Miss
My
Carter
best
tour.
friend will be jealous. She is a Lana Del Rey stan.
Really?
I can't
get past the first album.
You know, nothing to the Lana girl is, but Lana girl, what? Sad all the time.
Sad all the time.
Damn.
And Crocodile Men.
Going through some things.
Woo.
Some things. But back in the day, those prices were never this extortionate.
I think my
How
first
much was
concert-
Beyonce? Sorry.
Oh,
Beyonce
God.
was, I can probably get it up. You guys talk.
Okay.
30 pounds.
It wasn't as much as Beyonce is.
So I can let you know how much I paid for Beyonce last year.
I think my first concert was Robbie Williams
That is so.
during the Olympics.
I'm very surprised.
No, not that. My mom, so basically my mom works for a college and I think the college got loads of free tickets for the concert. So then she was like, okay, let me take my family.
Okay,
So I think that was
makes
my
more
first one. 2012 Olympics, my first concert. And it was at the
That's a
Olympic
good show.
Stadium. But you know, he put on a good show.
Robbie, he's a performer.
He was good.
He's a performer.
Let me
I love him.
entertain you.
Guys, I've got how much I paid for Miss Carter World Tour back in 2013.
Yeah.
How much?
£61.
That's not too bad
Standing.
because her nosebleeds at Tottenham started at like 56. So that's not too bad. I know people keep saying, oh yeah, but it's so expensive. It's like, no, this is how it started. And then Ticketmaster does what Ticketmaster does and ruined it.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get into Ticketmaster. So like, do you guys feel like that tickets have just soared now? But are we paying for, obviously we're paying for the experience. We don't know how much goes into it logistically for lights and sound and everything. Everything is so much bigger these days. But are we paying for the experience or are we paying for...
I think it depends on the genre of music that you listen to. Because if you're going to a rap show and it's not like a Megan Thee Stallion, I just think you're paying for the artist name. Because a lot of rappers are allergic to performing for some reason. Backtrack is even louder than them. I'm not opposed to Backtrack. I understand it's not easy to move around and perform. But if you have the Backtrack there, you better be performing. Because I saw Megan in July and her whole thing was Backtrack. But Megan was also performing and you could still hear Megan, but it was like they used the Backtrack to make their voices sound larger. So when it's going on all the speakers, it makes sense. I remember I went to a concert where the opening act was lip syncing.
Oh no.
But they weren't lip syncing well. And I was like, is it due to, I get you may be nervous and stuff, but like this is a first impression. It might not be best to start lip syncing that early in your career.
What do you think? Because if I'm paying to see an artist at a concert, I'm paying this much money, I don't want to hear you lip sync it.
See, again, it depends on the level of performance you're giving me.
Yeah. And also, back to your point, you were saying, I think as well, it depends on the location of the concert. If you're performing in Wembley, compared to if you're performing down the road in a local theatre, again, ticket prices will vary. But onto your point about, is it the experience or is it the artist? I think it's a bit of both. And it, like I said, it depends on the artist you're going to watch. If you're going to watch someone like, okay, when we went to go and watch Leanne.
Oh, yeah.
She didn't do too much in terms of her background, but she did a lot in terms of her stage presence, engaging, dancing, having backing dancers, things like that. Yeah.
Michael's on.
And to be fair, her tickets weren't that expensive.
No, it wasn't that bad. No, it was very decent.
However, again, depends on your level of stardom. Because if it was somebody like, I don't know, Adele, who's doing an intimate performance. And again,
I'm going to pay that money.
But Adele doesn't move.
I know, but I'm going to pay that money.
The most she does is...
Listen, and you going to get a comedy show in between each song. I'm going to pay that money.
Yeah. No, it's true.
I'm waiting for her. Like, Adele, please come back. Like, do something in London, please.
My friends flew to Munich just to watch her Munich show, and it looked amazing.
I would have loved to, but the whole, like, I think it's because I live in London as well. I don't want to have to fly somewhere else. Like, just come here. So
you know,
we're the best crowd. Like, let's.
But you can make a whole holiday out of it. Do like a cheeky weekender.
I think it depends sometimes. I guess it can be inconvenient, especially if you don't have, this is another thing that's happening. Artists are announcing, oh yeah, I'm going on tour next week. Tickets go on sale this Friday.
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm the page.
It's like, my job hasn't been...
annual leave.
Word.
You want me to dip into the savings that I don't have to pay to see you? Yes, I'll do it.
Listen, because for Beyonce,
I would do it. Listen,
I'm gonna have that money.
When the Renaissance tour was announced and it was like coming out the following week or whatever.
Yeah,
I was broke. I was so broke.
See,
but I knew I had to go. So I didn't care.
So you found
I learned a lesson from Self-Titled. I wasn't going to concerts at the time, but I remember the stress of Self-Titled because she did like a really short announcer. She released the album, announced the concert, and nobody knew like the lyrics to the new album.
Yeah.
I said, when Renaissance came out, that day is the day I started saving. Yeah. I started saving that money. And then I saw it 3 times.
3 times?
I did.
I mean,
why?
My friends have saw it 3 times as well.
Yeah,
why?
But do you know what it is?
Like, what
Did you go? That's why.
I appreciate her artistry.
That's why.
Right.
She didn't go. That's why.
I don't think I would pay to see somebody 3 times.
Let me explain.
I feel like I've seen the show and I didn't even go. Because
that's how good it was.
It's everywhere.
Let me explain to you why. Maybe my explanation will help you understand just a bit more from my perspective. So, I have loved this woman since I came out of my mother. Like, no joke. I didn't have a chance. My mother loved Destiny's Child. So she's playing it around the house. And then that's where like my first image of like Beyonce, Kelly, Michelle, even like DC4 with Latavia and Latoya. And then when she went solo, I'm like, I love this lady down. And I've loved this lady down. And basically as I've grown, she's grown. So it's like, I even sometimes mark different points of my life, like what Beyonce album was out. It's like it's like, oh, that was when B-Day came out. So that must have been like 2006. I do that all the time. So when I finally had the chance to afford to even go and see this lady with my adult money, I said, I want to go more than once. I didn't know how many times I wanted to go. I definitely wanted to go more than once. And it leaked that she was doing 3 dates originally. So I said, I'm going to go to all 3 dates. And then she extended it to 5. I said, girl, I ain't got it.
That's the thing. You know, it extended as we were buying the tickets.
As we were buying the tickets. If in my life, I've never felt such stress trying to buy concert tickets. Another date has dropped. Another date has dropped. Another date has dropped. I was like,
I was at work.
Me too.
I was supposed to be teaching.
I wasn't even at work. I was working from home. The good thing is at work, everybody knows like I'm a really big Beyonce fan. I said, guys, I promise you, because I had a meeting. I was like, I promise you I'm listening, but don't ask for interaction from me because I'm trying to buy Beyonce tickets and it's quite stressful. And then my workmates are like, girl, how's it going? Are you in the queue? Where are you in the queue? Da, 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 da. So the first day I knew it was going to be emotional for me because it's not even like Beyonce herself. It's just the fact of I'm finally seeing someone I've appreciated for so long. I'm able to afford it. Cried. So I was like, that's even just for the emotions. And then the second day, I was like, I've always wanted to go like VIP to a concert. So I was like, let me go for an artist that I enjoy. So I paid that VIP.
How much did you pay?
So,
Tell them.
so,
how much?
The gold experience package.
No, we don't have coins like that. So I went
How much
for,
is gold experience? Is it a grand?
I can tell you all the, I can tell you all the experiences. So there's a 2K one, which is the one that
Okay.
I didn't pay
Beyonce
that.
come and
No, they're on this.
hold
They're
your
like
hand.
on part of the stage.
Yeah, the circle, isn't it?
Yeah. And then there's the next one, which is like the gold experience, which started at like 800. I think it went up, where it's like, that's the closest to the stage on this side. And then there's a circle bit, which is Club Renaissance. That's like the next one. That was 370. I didn't pay that. I paid 420 because I bought it on resale. And then you have Golden Circle, which is literally here. And then that was like 180 something. So yeah. So I went seated, Club Renaissance, and then Golden Circle B.
So which one was the best?
Ooh.
With the better vibe.
To be fair, I just had a good time.
Fair enough.
I just had a good time.
Period.
I think I wanted to experience VIP just so I know like what that's like. I wouldn't say the VIP was necessarily... I'd say VIP was good because of the people in VIP more than being
in the VIP.
So close to the stage.
Fine.
Because everyone in VIP, at least on the day I went, was on having like a good time. I was dancing and talking to strangers. Like it was really like a nice environment. So maybe I'll say like Club Renaissance because of the fans.
So do you feel like you paid for the experience then, not the artist? Of course, you're paying for the artist.
With Beyonce, I know that her production, that lady loves to spend money on her production and outfits and all of this stuff. So I knew before going into it, it's going to cost more. But I feel like it's return on investment. Some artists have the same ticket price as Beyonce and it's not. No.
They're not giving shit.
But I wanted to say, like, with ticket prices, we also have to bear in mind that they also have to pay for renting the studio, pay for all their dancers, pay for all their sound system, pay for the stage, the lighting.
All the staff working that.
And I guess that also will affect ticket prices because the more extravagant your stage is, the more expensive, or you're going to have to pass that cost on to someone and you bear the cost yourself.
Yeah. However, some people I think are being a bit cheeky.
Taking the mick a little bit.
Just a little bit, because when you think of a band like Coldplay and like an Ed Sheeran, they've found ways to make their ticket prices at least affordable or have an amount of affordable tickets so people can go and then have like the more expensive tickets.
Yeah.
Some artists like, and this is not even Sabrina Carpenter's fault, but when I was trying to get her ticket, her nosebleeds went up to £200 because of platinum pricing. And platinum pricing is one of the most frustrating things ever because it's not based on people buying tickets. It's based on how many people are looking at the tickets. So if 100 people decide to look at this thing, it's going to keep going up, going up, going up just because they're looking, not because they're buying. Yeah.
Is that on Ticketmaster?
And Ticketmaster. It's not based on anything other than people looking. And then you've got people that want to buy for resale. So this is it's a never ending circle. It just keeps going up and up and up and up and up.
I had no clue. I knew Ticketmaster or like people, there will be bots that buy seats and then they'll resell it for like triple the price and people will actually buy them.
Yeah.
But sometimes people don't buy them. So when you do go to the concerts, some seats are empty.
It really depends on the artist because like Taylor Swift, then people
Miss
were
Girl,
buying
who
it.
toured here like 3 times with the same bloody tour.
3 times?
Okay, I'm exaggerating. But like what Harry Styles did. It was the Eras tour. How many?
Oh, no.
Eras tour?
Because I went to the Eras tour and she had to do 8 dates. And that's because of the demand was so insane.
So she didn't do it like a year later?
No.
So what she did is she did like 3 dates and then in 1 month. I think it was June, if I remember correctly. Then she actually had to come back. She went to tour the rest of like Europe and then she came back to do another 5 dates. And like I think she's the first solo artist to have that many dates at Wembley.
Beyonce?
one of my friends went to, I don't know, somewhere in like Eastern Europe to go and see it because he couldn't get tickets.
It's easier to get tickets.
Yeah.
It's that deep.
It's easier to get it in other
places. It's easier
places
to get it in Eastern, like in parts of Europe than here because it's a London show. So the problem is you're competing with people that are in London, people that are flying from America, because there was a lot of Americans at that show. No shade. But people that don't want to pay American prices in America are flying here, buying up all the tickets, which isn't fair only because we didn't have access to buy American dates to the Eras tour, but they had access to everyone else's. If you're going to do that, everybody needs to have access to everything. Then resellers and even me, like what they did was like a verified fan. So you sign up and then it randomly selects people to get the chance to buy tickets. You don't get guaranteed tickets. Yeah, they do that for really popular shows, but they didn't do that with Beyonce.
Everybody would try to be a verified fan.
They didn't do that with Beyonce because the way that Beyonce does her tickets is different from the way Taylor does. Because I remember with Beyonce, her tickets would release in batches. So even if it looks sold out, like at 12 or something, they'll release another batch of tickets. So like,
I prefer that though.
So you can come back and check.
The artists have control how their tickets are sold.
I don't know if the artist does, but the label definitely does.
Fine. Okay, so somebody
has control.
Come through, like the record labels we need.
Because they can turn off that platinum pricing, by the way. That's the real tea.
That's what I was thinking, because like someone like Ticketmaster, is it Ticketmaster's decision that decides how it's sold or the label's decision?
So
and who sets the pricing?
The problem is, so it's like a 3-way thing. It's Ticketmaster, Live Nation, and the label. So when Ticketmaster and Live Nation came together, I think 2010 or like a while ago.
They're the same company now.
Now they're the same company. You've got 2 basically big giants coming together to just like basically ruin the market.
Monopolize the market.
Because what will happen is Live Nation or Ticketmaster will own a venue. Sorry. Live Nation will own the venue and then Ticketmaster will be the official ticketing app because it's a Live Nation, Ticketmaster, they've merged together. So it's like, if you want to perform in some venues, you have to go through Live Nation, you have to go through Ticketmaster, and that's the issue.
So obviously streaming is the new way to digest music. Before it used to be cassettes, vinyls.
Some of us are still buying vinyls.
Wait, do people still buy vinyls?
You're so silly.
People still buy them.
Should we ask Reina vinyl? So vinyls, cassettes, burning songs from LimeWire onto CDs for your dad. Do you remember that?
LimeWire.
Love LimeWire.
YouTube to MP3 converter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Yep. You get it onto your phone. No air on your Walkman phones. Yeah. But now it's all streaming. So Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer. But
Does anyone use Deezer?
No, people don't use Deezer. I mean, it's probably maybe in certain countries.
Probably.
Oh my
I've just
God.
never met somebody that uses Deezer.
Spotify plays 0.003
Yeah, is one of the worst paid ones.
per stream.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if I've had like,
Spotify, YouTube Music are quite
Low.
at the low.
so if I have like 1,000 streams, I still haven't got 1p.
yeah,
Or maybe I've just got 1p.
Which is
yeah.
why artists don't rely on streams anymore. They
And-
rely on concerts and merch.
Yeah.
No wonder concerts are so expensive then.
Because they're trying to recoup what they made the album.
And I remember, like, maybe it was like 1989, but Taylor Swift was one of the first artists to really complain about like how much artists
We
make.
couldn't get her on Spotify for the longest time.
Yeah,
It's only now we can.
yeah, because the pay was so low. And I remember everyone and their dad was like, but why are you complaining? You're Taylor Swift and you have all of these things. I was like, but if one of the biggest artists on the app is complaining, then there has to be
There's a
some
problem
form of
somewhere.
a problem.
Because everyone needs to get paid somehow.
Yes.
Right?
Just because there's one artist that you can see that's the face of the music.
Yeah.
There's so many people behind the music and the artistry
Exactly.
and the design and
Because
everything.
didn't Beyonce put Lemonade on Tidal? And because Beyonce told you she don't care about them streaming numbers, and nobody believed them when Lemonade went to Tidal.
Yeah, only on Tidal. You couldn't
Only on
get it
Tidal,
anywhere
anywhere
else.
else, unless you bought like a physical.
But then say if you're like an independent artist, so you've self-produced everything, you haven't got a label backing you, how are you supposed to make your money?
Concerts and merch.
But
yeah,
you haven't got a label backing you, you're independent. How
But you
are
can-
you going to buy
Independent-
the Wembley?
Right.
oh no, not when.
Not
But
Wembley,
okay, obviously, but as in if you wanted to have like O2 Brixton, it's not cheap.
It's not cheap, but I guess in order for like independent artists to make their money, they're signed to PRS.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you perform your songs live at whatever event it may be, you do recoup some money back because the song has been performed live. PPL also is you can collect your royalties from TV and radio and sync as well. So that's how they kind of make it.
But it's
Yeah,
hard,
because if
man.
you think about like TV shows, sometimes the music that they use are artists that we don't know. So that's probably a good way for them to make money.
I love
But
that though.
also, and that's
That's
great.
how I've discovered some
I've been
songs as
discovering
well.
stuff
Yeah.
through TV shows. But another thing I will say to your point, most independent artists wouldn't start at like Brixton. They'd probably be starting like a lot smaller because of liability as well.
But say if they all, like, for example, Meg Thee Stallion, she's independent, right? So she's a big artist.
But she was signed to a label when she started as well. She went independent after
fair.
she had label issues.
Okay.
A lot
but I
of
mean, now that
people-
she's independent, though,
Yeah.
who's gonna back her then? Like,
I think
does she have
with
to front the
her,
money herself?
it would be different. So she will put some of the money up. I think
has a
she
team.
probably, she's got Rock Nation as a management company. She will put her own money up for stuff as well. She probably also has a publishing deal, and that helps with like distribution
Yeah.
and stuff because of how big she is, and because she has like a history in terms of like performing. It's easier for venues to trust. Okay, Megan wants to do the O2 Arena and she can do it because of all of her track record. Because I think when she came to London, she started at O2 Brixton.
Who, Meg?
Yeah. And one of my friends went, I think it was O2 Brixton. And then, because actually another thing that's happening, which I guess is a good thing, is people are starting at small venues, but they're being upgraded really quickly. Because
Ashake?
Ashake, O2 Brixton,
I was even surprised he
O2 Arena.
started at O2 Brixton.
he had to. I don't think, because he's never performed in London. And you kind of have
That's
to
what I'm saying,
prove.
like, I was surprised that even O2 Brixton, he got in there first.
I think also him, maybe the size of his fan base and him being with a label could have helped a bit. I don't know if an independent artist, unless you can prove you've got all this like people that will come, buy merch, bar spend, all of that, then it's difficult.
Even though Rema, I remember first time Rema came to the UK, I saw him. Great performance, but it was in one random theatre. I can't even remember the name because it was one random theatre. But then the next time he came, I'm pretty sure he was in an O2 as well, or maybe Apollo. But yeah, you're right. They're being upgraded very quickly.
upgraded. Like Olivia Rodrigo did like Eventium on her next album. She did like 5 dates at the O2 Arena and they all sold out. Same thing with Sabrina. I think she did Eventium or something like that. She's been upgraded to the O2 and she's doing 2 dates.
The Eventum is a nice venue though. I think it's a really nice venue. It's big enough.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been.
You have been. We went to see Mahalia there.
Yeah, that was
I
an
thought that
event
was
too.
the Apollo.
Yeah, it's the same one. It's the same one. Because it was Hammersmith Apollo before, wasn't it? Eventium. I think it was Hammersmith Apollo.
Yes, it was. Oh,
Okay,
they
'cause
changed
Yeah,
in
it.
my head, I was thinking Hammersmith Apollo.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
the same
what's
one.
this Eventium?
Maybe because people thought that was a theatre, but then they do theatre shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw Sister Act there with
Oh,
Beverly
same,
Knight.
same.
Oh my gosh. Amazing.
Yeah, she was amazing.
She's
And she came
amazing.
back at the Dominion Theatre in West
Oh,
End,
yes.
which is great too. But
I'm here for it, for artists to be successful, sell out shows, get hundreds of thousands of people
Yeah.
to come and watch them. I'm
however,
here for it.
comma,
Oh,
Come
do you
on.
not feel like the culture of watching shows when artists get upgraded to big concert stadiums and venues has been lost? Because I am so sorry, guys. I mean, I'm a culprit of this too, but these phones, as great as they are, they also hinder the experience, in my opinion.
why do you say that?
So, listen, I love to film, so I can put it on my socials, obviously big up 60B or my own stuff as well, or TikTok just because I want to film and I can watch it back. Do I watch it back? No. But you're paying to watch the experience and digest everything. Instead, everyone is just doing this. So how is the artist supposed to connect to us?
I'm not taking that slander because as a phone warrior who watches all of her concert videos back.
Okay, but you're the minority.
I just on that point, as a short person, sometimes
Exactly.
you can't see the stage. So half the time I'm watching the stage through people's phones because their
You're
phones are a bit
attacking
higher.
people's altitudes. That's
See?
mad.
That's highest.
This highest.
Wait,
Yeah.
so you preferred that?
No, I would prefer to be able to see the stage.
No, also
But-
it's true. It's true because at the time I had a friend. She was like 5 feet, like on the dot. We went to Dave in O2 Brixton, and she couldn't see. Literally, she had to watch the whole entire concert from her phone, and
Yeah.
even that barely.
Yeah.
I feel like you had a similar experience like that with Ruger. You couldn't see.
I couldn't see anything. But also, that was not a good venue because most
Hated it.
places the floor is slanted, so
Yeah.
people at the back are higher up than people at the front. It was an Outnet and it was
Yeah.
flat. First of all,
Outnet,
Outnet
oh.
is not
I've
a
been
concert
there.
venue.
It's
I've been
not.
there before.
That's where you club, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do
it's
like
in Tottenham
DLTs
Court
have
Road.
been there. Yeah, so like it's a
think
good
Charlie-
event space.
Charlie XCX did like a concert thing. Their first headline show was at here Outnet.
It's not
I
a good
agree.
concert space.
If they're
no.
gonna make it a concert space, they need to.
Slant the floor.
It's like basically for Flo and for like, because I saw Georgia Smith there as well. The floor, I don't know what it is about that floor. Standing on that floor is so uncomfortable when you have to wait for a long period
It was
in the
very
exact
hard.
same space.
Yeah,
Is it 'cause
It's like a
flat?
good site, yeah.
I know, and they need
It's not
to
on a
to
rake.
put carpet or cushions or something
Or
to
something.
make
It's
it.
the floor is quite hard.
It was really warm in there as well.
Yeah, it gets rid of it.
And then
Aircon
also the
isn't-
people up. So if you manage to get a spot right by the balcony, great for you. But all the people behind you
Hey.
can't see.
Mm.
You even need your phone to even
Yeah,
be seen
you're even
because
worse
the
off being
screen,
up.
the screen. That's another thing. The screen situation in there, it's really weird. So there's like a big screen behind the stage,
Yeah.
but artists never use it.
Yeah.
And
There's
I-
no point.
And I don't know because there's like mini screens that will be streaming the show. Like if somebody's watching behind like a pole, they can see it. But that big screen, they never use it to, because I guess it's like it'll be a screen inside the screen inside the screen inside the screen. So it's like a weird visual thing.
Then stop
But-
using it for concerts.
But I think maybe they need to
wasn't
get,
good.
you know, like in the O2, people build their screens like differently. Maybe they need to start doing something like a separate screen so you can see.
They definitely need to look into that because when we did see Ruger, I can't lie to you, because he kept going to the sides, I couldn't see a thing.
yeah,
There was one point.
Like, we couldn't even
Yeah.
really see the
Yeah.
stage too tough. Even when I was filming,
Yeah.
look at
There
the
was
front
one
end,
point
shit.
at Flow. Omo, I'm 6 foot tall, yeah. So if I can't see, there's a
no
problem.
one sees shit.
There's a problem. Flo, they did something where they went into a squat on stage. Everybody's phone was like this. I was even looking for who has the best view so I could watch on somebody's phone to see what was going on. I couldn't see.
Yeah. But I will say, back to your point about does phones ruin the experience? I also watch my concerts back.
Do you?
sometimes. Yeah, just to
It
relive
looks like you're the
moment.
minority, Alex.
Yeah,
First of all,
and then it is also a good way to for the artist to reach a wider audience.
Yes, because people post.
Yeah.
So there's some people that I didn't even know they were doing a show, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, people are at this show, and I'll go and
And
Google
I'll
the
be
artist.
appreciative because with how expensive concerts are these days, sometimes I will just watch the full show on TikTok.
Guys,
And people live stream as well.
Yeah. The Ashake concert, I was in Ibiza. I felt like I was there because so many people were there.
Why is that man always flying?
Chaotic. But so many people filmed it. I was seeing the stand-in view, then I was seeing nosebleed view, then I was seeing left-hand stage of the view, then right-hand
You could have
stage of
even
the
made
view.
a fan edit of the show based on the
I
content.
could have recited what happened on that show word for word as if I was there. And people now even did think pieces afterwards. I'm not mad at it. And now it will now make me think, okay, do I want to go and see Ashake again?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
It felt like that for SZA for the longest time when SZA
Oh my
was touring
gosh.
here. I saw so many clips
That is an L that
of
I
her
took
on that boat. Why?
because I was trying to be responsible with my money.
Why? You
I
only
know.
live once.
I know. I should have YOLO'd it. And then Ray was opening.
Oh,
And I was like-
I didn't care too much about Ray when she was opening.
Yeah.
Because
No,
I liked her house music.
Listen,
Sorry.
I've cared about Ray since I saw every single hair change she's been through. I've cared about Ray. So when I saw that, I said, "Oh, mess up."
I do. I
was
will
great.
give. I saw it British Summertime, and good performer. Everyone was vibing, and you know what? Not too many people had their phones out for her.
It's 'cause I feel like with Ray, you
audience-
want to experience
No.
kind of
Scissor.
true. But I would say even like the same thing with like Ray and SZA is like there comes a point, you know, like when you really just want to enjoy a song and like you know that you can't film without keeping your mouth shut. I just put the phone away.
I just enjoy.
It happens to me at every concert. There's always one song that's like, do you know what? Someone else will have the footage.
And
Like,
also Scissor's visuals for that show, it was, I felt like I was transported to
different.
another world. It was like ants and bugs, but it was all like mystical without being too airy fairy. Like whoever designed that, well done to you.
and the lighting design, I loved it. It was so
It was
good.
given like illuminescent, like fluorescent. Yeah, it was quite interesting. And then as it got dark, it brought it out even more.
Yeah.
There was one point she was like in front of a moon.
So I don't know if you guys saw this, but Chloe did a random performance in a desert, and she live Instagrammed it. Do you see this?
I think I saw something to the effect.
And she was just singing songs in a desert, and she looked cold as hell.
I like
No, so what I'm trying to say is like, I guess phones aren't too bad when they're, as you said, reaching a wider audience and people have access to seeing a concert for free. Even though the quality ain't the same, well, everyone is glued to their phones anyway at one point. So at least they're experiencing it then. And I guess if you can't afford to see a show, go on TikTok.
That's it.
And another thing I will say, and this is one of my pet peeves. Sometimes there's a live version of a show that you like it because it's that show. Like Beyonce, Why Don't You Love Me live in Rio is like my favorite version of that song. And the artist won't put the live version out on their thing. So I'm relying, somebody please. Just put it on YouTube, and then there's like a bit of a problem with like copyright sometimes for some people, but just put it somewhere so I can listen to the live version. Because sometimes the live version, you know, they add like a little razzle dazzle to live
je ne sais
version.
quoi.
Exactly, and I want to listen to that. So I'm appreciative. Listen, if you're filming on your phone and you're uploading it, please, if your singing is not funny, shush.
And your hand isn't steady.
Exactly, stop. If the singing is funny, it kind of saves it because it's like this person's clearly having a good time. But if you're just screeching, ain't nobody want to see it.
But I think there's a difference. So people who go to concerts to film it, to upload it for other people to watch, versus somebody who's gone as a fan, but you spent the whole time doing this.
I am both.
We love a self-aware queen.
I am both because I'm a person. I know there's so few people like someone might want to watch this, and I too want to watch this later. So I've mastered the art of like. Because you actually don't have to sing at the top of your lungs.
No.
We just do that.
Yeah. It's just a passion, though.
It's a passion. But it's just like, you can passionately sing quietly. And that's what I've done. Because there's one video on my YouTube where I was singing really loudly. And I remember somebody commented, it's like, who's that bloke singing? And that's when I got humbled.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, who is that bloke singing? That humbled me. And I was like, do you know what? I'm going to master the art of quiet singing. Because I was singing with passion.
If I was you, I would have carried on doing it. Minor. Let people complain because you're watching my video.
No, but I've come to see Beyonce, not you.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think my
All
thing
right.
was, I was just so excited. I didn't know how loud I was singing when I was filming it.
But that's what the artist wants you to do. They want you to
Yeah.
be singing. They want you to feel it. So enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
It's like do you know what? Like when we go to festivals or just dance events.
Mhm.
So obviously people will be singing like the minimal lyrics that are there anyway. But in terms of filming, I do film the drops of when the song's about to drop, and I do watch them back.
Yeah.
And I do post them online, and those are the ones that do well on my TikTok because people miss out on those events, and it's like, oh, that drop was
Yeah.
naughty, mate. Fucking hell. And it's great. So I guess in those kind of environments, I don't mind if someone's filming it because if I miss out on the event or I want to relive it, I want to relive a song that I didn't get the ID for, I go online and I search it and I find
And then
it.
sometimes what I try to do is, if I really like a song and I want to sing it, I just film like one of my favorite bits of the song, sing quietly, and then we go back. Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. It's going to change the topic
Go ahead.
completely.
No problem.
But when you go, do you always go to shows of artists that you're familiar with their work? Or do you like going to shows with artists that you might not know anything about?
Familiar with their work.
Because, for example, we
I
went
do
to
both.
Ruger, and I don't think we enjoyed it as much because
No, we didn't.
we didn't know a lot of his songs.
I feel like there's tea here.
Well, it's not so much tea. We knew the songs we knew. We're like, oh my God, yeah, let's go, Ruger. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got them, we were like, actually.
So half of this. But then half of it weren't his songs. He brought loads of artists on.
Yeah, but he had songs with those artists.
So Favorite Girl was with Ruger.
My
Oh,
favorite
no.
goes.
No, he just brought Darko one. I don't know why Darko came on.
Was it in London?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe that's
But
it.
I think Darko just comes, like, if there's a show in London, I feel like Darko's just there.
Yeah,
Like, the
like I
token-
feel like that's a very
token
London
opening act.
thing, especially like just to bring out an artist that people mess with in London. Maybe it was just.
But he brought out Malik Berry. He brought out Buju or Benson now. They have a whole album together.
Hey,
Exactly.
Oh, is that where Poe is from?
Yeah.
Okay, that
They
makes
have a whole
sense.
But the thing is, we were like, oh yeah, we know his catalogue. We didn't know his catalogue at all.
We waited for the last song. What was the last song? Girlfriend. No, you got a girlfriend. So what? What if 2 hours have already passed? What if I do? At this point, Topsy was at the bar. I was at the back just leaning on a pillow like, I'm tired now. I want to go home.
Yeah. What's your experience on that?
I kind of do both. So I like to go to artists that I'm familiar with. I'm also a person, if I like an artist, like maybe 1 or 2 songs enough, I could buy a concert ticket depending on that price. Where I spend like hefty amounts of money, it has to be an artist that I actually love, like a Beyonce, a Taylor Swift, or someone of like that magnitude. I've never really understood that people buy tickets to go to shows, to film them, to go on TikTok, to go viral. Unless that is your job, why? It's kind of like, I
What's
find
the
that
point?
kind of strange. I like to find new artists as well. So, like the thing we went to with Cloud X, there's a lot of other like different magazines and stuff that do stuff like that. I remember at the time, I'm trying to think, Nux. There was one time in 2019, I didn't really know too much of his music. I just really liked 3 songs. Nux.
Nuts.
Nux.
I don't know.
KN. You don't know? Hey. Wow.
I thought you said Nas.
Hey.
So you didn't know Nas?
You didn't know Nas?
I know Nav. I don't know who Nuts is.
Is he a rapper?
I'm trying to think of a song that I don't know if you might know his music,
I don't like rap.
That's what I'm saying. I'm even trying to think.
But as a music podcast, we have to be open to all
Yeah,
genres.
so educate
He's a really good rapper. I like the way that he his cadence, his lyrics. I kind of is an interesting guy. Like it's like vibey rap kind of vibe. What song did you pick?
I don't know, the
I'm
top
not
one,
playing it,
Los
she's playing it.
Pollos Hermanos.
Yeah.
The Chicken Brothers. Does he watch does he watch what's the show? With Walter.
Yeah. Oh,
That's Los Pollos Hermanos.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember. But like,
yeah, anyway.
when I saw him,
Breaking
I only
Bad.
knew. There you go.
Breaking Bad.
I only knew a few songs,
Okay.
and then I went, and then he had like a whole bunch of artists opening for him because they have this thing called NRG 105, if I remember correctly. So I kind of liked the vibe. It was even though it was his concert, it was more like a showcase.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to think of someone else. There's probably people, but there's enough times if I've heard like, or somebody that I trust, that's another thing. If somebody that I've trusted, I really think that you'd appreciate this person's music, just come along with me. I'll buy a ticket, go with my friend, and I'll be like, oh, I really like that person.
Fair enough. I struggle at artists' concerts or performances where I don't know the music.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it depends. If it's a new artist and I know they're not that big, I'm going to digest everything that you're going to give me because you need that support. When it's a big artist, I do feel out of place. I went to R&B and slow jams last year, and it's not every song that you're going to know. And there's this one girl, and I'm gonna bait you out. I don't even know your name, but you pissed me off. So there was a song that was playing, and I wasn't singing. I don't know every song in this fucking world. And she's like, why are you not singing the song for? Everyone knows this. Why are you not singing? Baiting me out in front of everyone. Me and my girls are looking at her like, you better move the fuck away from me because I'm about to get vexed.
What song was it?
I think it was one Mariah Carey song. I don't know her whole discography. I'm not the biggest Mariah Carey fan.
I'm so curious to know which song it was.
I forgot what it was. If I called my friend, she'd know. But it pissed me off because it made me feel a bit insecure.
Yeah.
Like I have certain genres and songs that I listen to.
Say, you're not an R&B lover
but
like
that's
that.
also a bit mean-spirited because I love Beyonce down. Now, if you ask me to sing this whole woman's catalogue, do you know how long she's been making music for?
Exactly, yeah.
It's just like, I don't think that's... I like to call it jobless behavior. Now, you can have a job and still have a jobless mindset. I've always said this. Because why should I know I'm not getting paid? Why should I know everything? Sometimes I'll be like, can you remind me how that one goes? Okay, cool. I do know that song. It's mean spirit. It's like, it's this like stan behavior. It's like, I'm a better fan than you. She doesn't know you. And she doesn't care.
She doesn't give a heck.
She doesn't give a heck.
You're playing
as long
her
as you
bills.
give her that money, that lady don't care.
But that ruined my experience. Just for about 5 minutes. No,
Yeah.
not for the whole,
Yeah.
the whole.
I went
slow
It's
jam.
an annoying
that.
thing to happen.
Just that moment pissed me off because I'm thinking, and this is what I don't like about certain people when you go to concerts or events and stuff. Just because you don't know the song, it doesn't mean I'm not enjoying the song. It doesn't mean I'm not enjoying the vibe and the ambience and the music. I'm enjoying it. I just don't know it. But now I'm going to know it because I like it. But also, don't call me out based on what I do and I don't know. You are not getting paid.
There was one time, my second concert ever was Panic at the Disco on one of their tours. And I remember this guy who stood there, who watched the whole thing, arms crossed, didn't move the whole show. Yeah. And then I saw him, after the show, he goes to his friend, I really enjoyed that show. Like, even just how he sang, the way he moved across the stage and thingy. And you would think, because I know there's this thing with, why is this person sitting down at the show? Why is this person staying still? It's like, you can enjoy things in different ways.
Maybe their back's hurting.
We don't have to act like now I'm dying to enjoy a show. Sometimes I've just stood there and be like, wow.
And take it in.
Take it in easy, and that's it, easy.
Maybe
And also,
some
some people have bad knees. Like, that's not. It's seated. You can sit down if you want to.
When we went to Defected the other day and they spanned the crowd, I looked so pissed off, but I was actually just absorbing the song and I was just like,
you feel like you look pissed off?
Yeah, I feel like I look so moody.
You look like you were really enjoying this. She was doing piano dances to
I was just
house
like
music.
this. But everybody else was like,
Yeah.
And she was
I
like,
was just like,
just keep it cute.
But I was having a good time in my head.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you didn't know the songs, but neither did
Yeah, I didn't know the songs.
No.
There's only a couple of songs I knew, but it's an album launch.
Yeah.
You're not going to know
Because
every
sometimes
song.
people aren't comfortable. Like, why does everyone forget that anxiety is a real thing? Some people aren't comfortable in big spaces with a lot of people. I know people that at a show, they might be so like stiff and like
Timid
to themselves. When it's like 5 of their mates in a living room, they're here dancing all over the place. Like, leave people alone. Just let people enjoy the way that they want to enjoy.
Music is here to be digested and enjoyed.
Exactly. Exactly.
you're here to learn about music. You're not
Yeah.
supposed to, every concert you go to, you're supposed to know every song.
Please.
Even if you're a diehard fan, you still can't know every
Please.
song.
Please.
Because sometimes they'll perform
me even
songs
tell
that have
you,
only just been released.
One
Yeah.
of my biggest stresses, when Taylor Swift, because when I went to the Eras tour, was she does this thing
I
where she
read that.
does surprise songs
Like song
every.
roulette.
I was like,
And you don't know which one is going to
I'm
be
like,
from the
what,
catalogue.
what if I don't know? That's the thing I was just about. I was like, what if I don't know the song? Then what?
You won't know. Because when she was doing that, didn't she release an album halfway through the tour?
Yes,
So if
the
she
tour's
decided
supposed
she
to
wanted
promise.
to sing from the
She's
new
so
album,
annoying.
nobody will know it.
Nah, the Swifties are crazy. Some of them were singing. I was like, you know the words already, girl?
No, because I remember she performed in the UK and I swear she'd only released a song 2 days before. That was the first time it was being performed live.
Yes, the one of the songs, it was on Gracie Abrams' thing. She brought Gracie Abrams out.
Yes.
And there's no way because it literally just released.
Just.
So that's the
Nobody
most
would-
silent I've ever seen London in life. He has like 2 opening acts. So it's actually quite a long thing. The day that I went, it was Holly Humberstone
I
and
love
Paramore.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I
love
really
them, yeah.
wanted to come on the second round of dates because I love Paramore. I saw them last
same.
year. So I was like, to see 2 artists that I love at the same time.
And Paramore
perfect.
aren't a new act.
No.
So go and you'll even be getting a Paramore concert
Yeah.
before a Taylor Swift
Exactly.
concert.
And it's like the sets, Paramore set was like 30 minutes. I was like, this is a nice amount of time to
So
really
it's
enjoy
actually
it.
like a 5-hour show. And
Yes.
it's not a DJ's playing for the first 3 hours and then the artist
No,
only comes
the
for
only
the last
time
2.
the DJ starts playing is when Paramore comes off and then there's like a countdown and they start preparing. There's like, it's not even a DJ, it's a playlist.
It was like at Harry Styles
Yeah.
tour. We had Mitski.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody,
screaming.
nobody. Key change, nobody. And I was like, okay, this is cute. Like, I'm not that familiar with you, but you are you're a big artist in your own right, in
Yeah.
your own niche. So this is a nice little
And
concert.
her fans go hard for her. She's a very good songwriter.
Very, very, very good.
songwriter.
Do you feel like choosing your opening act can make or break your show?
1000%.
Do you think?
If you have a great
It can bring the vibe
it
up,
will
yeah.
bring
Yeah.
the vibe. If you have a
It's
dead one, it's
true.
like, oh, this is right.
Do you think artists need to give us more? Like, the show's technically 5 hours, but the artist is only really there for 1 hour.
It depends. So it depends. So I get,
Are you sure they're just there for 1 hour?
Yeah,
I
I've
get-
timed it. I've timed it.
it depends on the artist.
So doors open
And at
maybe let's
7.
say
7:30.
sometimes 6. Doors open 6.
Sometimes, yeah.
Then now the opening act won't come
Till
until
7:30.
no, sometimes
8.
8. And then with a lot of these places,
Okay.
lights like they have to curfew is 11.
11.
If you go 1 second past 11, they're charging you. So
Yeah.
the artist normally comes on 10.
Yeah.
It could usually come around 9.
No, 10.
Well, when we got to Ruga was already on. And it was
but
past 9.
Rudy
It
did finish at
depends.
11 though.
Did you not?
No, I think he finished a bit before that.
Because
Oh,
what
he
I've
doesn't have that many
noticed,
songs.
what I've noticed per genre of music I listen to, there's different cultures, and I just would wish that we could unify as
I
music
wish
lovers.
our people, our people,
I wasn't even gonna go there
stick to timing.
because sometimes it's not even because that affects it as well.
Well, maybe that's probably
That
it.
affects
a lot
it
of
as
black
well.
artists that I've gone to see. We get an hour.
There was one artist,
Name
a few,
them.
Jack Harlow. I went. It was like my first concert outside of after like concerts were opening up COVID again. So I was excited. I was like, finally a concert. That show lasted 45 minutes, and I was like, what the heck?
Well, he doesn't have that big of a catalogue.
No, but he had
has.
at the time.
He has enough.
He
to
had a
do
debut
this hour.
album and he had like a few EPs. Yeah. He could have performed more if he wanted to. But I think it was probably a thing of this is his first time in London. He doesn't know if people mess with him like that. And I mean, the ticket was £20. However, you need to tell me from 9 o'clock to 9:45, that's your whole show. This guy has at least 3 EPs and his album has just come out. That's your whole show. Wow.
Yeah, a whole Jack Harlow.
Okay.
And even if you're not sure whether the audience will resonate with you, isn't that your job?
Oh yeah, and then
That's
on
your
the
job.
second, because this is when I was in the Jack Harlow Fest. On the second album, because I went to OVO Wembley. Why was the show about the same length?
Did he at least give stage presence?
He's a rapper.
Okay, enough said.
I guess these things also kind of reflect on like different genres as well.
Yeah.
Like not just the main pop girlies, but have you guys heard of Peggy Goo?
Yeah.
Yes.
the DJ. So I love a bit of Peggy Goo, and I saw her this summer with my brothers, his friends, and my best friend. And we're looking forward to Peggy. She just dropped an album. Her vibes are always lit. They're always so good. Child, when she came on, the vibe died.
Hey.
And I've not admitted this.
But her new album isn't lively though. It's
not
very
that
mellow.
lively. Yeah, but the music she played was different to what she played at her album. Obviously, she had it in.
Oh, she didn't even play that
songs.
much of her album.
She played some. She didn't play all of them. I don't even think she played 1+1. You know what pissed me off the most? Why was Central C there?
Wait, as in with Peggy Goo?
He came on stage to rap his biggest single.
At
they
the
have a
scene
song
of the
together?
crime.
No.
Wait, I'm confused. Wait.
Of course. Why would Peggy, not to
no,
say
no,
that Central C can't do that, but why would Peggy Goo and Central C ever need to be on stage together?
She said,
That's what
I
I'm
love
saying.
Central C.
But set the scene, like she just said, "I love Central C,"
She was like, oh, I've got special guests for you, Central C.
and
then
she stopped what she was doing, let him play his song.
She played his song on her mix. She said play. And
But
he was
did
like,
she at least remix?
I'm gonna go bang for a bang.
But
Fuck off.
no, but like, did they remix it?
No.
Oh.
He was walking up and down that stage with his pants sagging, his nyash out, really for a bang for a bang.
Gosh.
Fuck off. I don't want to see that. If I wanted to see Central C, I'd go to a Central C concert, but I didn't come for that. I came for dance.
No, but at least remix the song together.
There was
Do
no
a
remix.
Peggy
Because it's
Central
like a
C.
Peggy Goo remix
Yeah,
of a song. That would have
Could've
been
banged.
cool.
That could have been
It could have
hard.
banged, but she didn't do that.
Oh, that's a bit weird.
She didn't do that. So
Because
people were
Central
leaving.
C, even though like he's like a rapper, he's gone on different genres of music. So I'm surprised she didn't do something like that.
I mean,
Doesn't he have a song with Ashaka?
He does.
yeah, it does.
And Pink Panthers. Those are two very different.
I like that Pink Panther song.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you didn't need to be there. I came for dance and I came for house. I didn't come for this. And so like even when Na 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 came on, people were already leaving by this point.
Oh,
Running out because it was not a good set. And I'm sorry, Peggy. I love you. If I ever meet you, I love you. But that weren't good, babes. Sorry.
Constructive criticism.
And
Yeah.
I think that's very shocking from a house artist because
Right.
even if your catalogue is a bit dead, you can at least bring in other house songs that you know that's going to get the crowd going.
Read the crowd.
Right?
Yeah.
And tailor accordingly to what you're seeing. Every other DJ beforehand who I've never heard of, they were playing bangers. Like they were playing some Kylie Minogue remixes as well. So
Ooh.
people were like, yes, this is good. But then that came on, Peggy came on and it just
Hot mess.
mess. And I obviously went to Boiler Room. I think Boiler Room redeemed my faith.
Which boiler room did you go to?
It was the
Valley.
one in Lee Valley. So it was like the bank holiday weekend.
The day before Carnival.
Yeah, that was a good one. Well, it ended good
Yeah,
anyway.
they did good.
Yeah, it was very a random selection of artists.
Gigs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Gigs was there, but then they had
When
like
Gigs
Bangara.
popped out at Wizkid, I was like, so why are you here though? I get that
Again,
when
when you come to the UK, there's just token people you get on the stage.
he's the
Like we
Prime
said,
Minister of South London.
Darko, again, is a token person, and then Gigs.
Because Wizkid
Whiskey.
is like, Gigs came out and I was like, I get it because this is probably the same crowd that listens to Gigs talking the hardest. Is the national anthem. I sang along with it. It's calm. But why are you at a Wizkid concert at the same time?
Maybe they couldn't get anybody else.
It was
Everybody
so
else is out
random.
of the country.
I was so upset.
And
The
I guess-
date that I went to Wizkid, I actually fumbled the bag. All the other dates were better.
I
What
think
the-
I saw a good date, and I think he brought out Chris Brown.
Yeah,
nice.
I
Yeah,
went the
I
day
was-
after.
I
And
was
then
on that day.
I was like, I only actually wanted Thames to come out. I was like, you know
Did
what?
she come out?
No, she came out the next day.
Oh, sorry.
And I got Gigs.
That's okay.
No, nothing wrong with Gigs. I was just like, at the time, I feel like Essence, it had a chokehold on us.
Yeah.
And I would have just loved that.
Guys, you know what? I'm actually kind of over Wizkid. I can't lie.
You know, I was talking about this with my mum, and I said Wizkid's problem is the day that he said that I'm not an Afrobeats artist, I don't want to be
You
Afrobeats
Yeah.
lost,
artist.
you lost
That's when
everybody.
because this when Wizkid was hungry, this nigga was doing backflips for no reason on stage. Love my baby. Why are you doing a backflip?
I love my baby now.
There's nothing in that song. It's kind of like when Ashaka is flying. There's no
There's
song
no
that he
song that
needs.
requires you
It's
to
like
fly.
it's like those memes where they say dance or admit that
Exactly.
or something. So Wizkid said, "I'm hungry. I need to dance."
Jeez,
In
man.
those early days, and then even maybe up until the album Io, he was really, and then
That
yeah,
is too cool.
that's the problem. When performers don't want to perform,
So what is your like? Everybody has a job. You go to work and you do marketing and you type on your desk. You go to your musical theatre show and you perform. You are an artist putting on concerts. What do you think you're there to do?
You know what's so funny is like they almost think that this isn't a job. With this money that I'm paying you from my job, you better get to work. What did Kim say? It's like no one wants to get up and work these days.
Get up at 3 hours and work. Like, and then Molly May, you have 24 hours in a day.
right?
Yeah, same 24 hours as Beyonce. Beyonce has a private jet, assistants, security, people that help her do the things that we still have to do.
Chefs, cleaners.
Chefs. So that gives her more time because time is also a luxury.
But at least she does her job properly. We can't take
and
that
that's
away
why
from
we
her.
appreciate Beyonce. Yeah. And the conspiracy theories, they need to stop because I'm getting to everything. She knows it's enough.
There probably is conspiracy theories.
That
However,
she knows things hilarious.
Some of them are funny, but some
did
of
you
them.
not see the Piers Morgan doesn't apologize for
For
shit.
no one, yeah.
He said, "I'm apologizing to the
They
Carters."
said, pay the piper. That's what they said. And he didn't want to pay that piper.
Oh, she knows. We love you, Beyonce.
Love you, Beyonce. Thank you, Beyonce. And that's what happens because Piers, he puts himself in it most of the time.
But
and
Piers didn't say on that interview. Piers wasn't the one doing the talking. It was that other woman. Piers
Jaguar.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why people are listening to a woman who threw her son's ashes at a random stranger. Yeah.
She was given unhinged in that
She's
interview.
Jaguar Wright is mentally unwell. And when you platform people that are mentally unwell, it's like, it's not even fair, honestly. I'm not even, and I seriously, I don't even mean this in a bad way, but like, there's many of her actions that she's done that you can clearly see this woman is struggling with mental illness and then be like, yeah, she's onto something. No, she needs to go to hospital.
Onto drugs. That's what she's on.
Exactly. And also, you got to think of what is her motivation as well.
Clout.
She's an artist that didn't make it. That's also upset that she didn't make it. And they're saying, oh, but why hasn't such and such person come after her? They don't care. She's not making that much money. Because if she was making money, that's when everybody, you know how they come. Everybody will start suing this, suing that, this. She's not making any money. That's why they're not coming after her. The minute she starts making money, they're going to drop her in the lawsuit like Cardi B did to that one reporter that's like bankrupt now.
Oh, no.
Tasha K. Because she was lying on her name and then Cardi B sued her.
Good.
But the thing is, Tasha K didn't have the money, so she just has to keep paying.
Oh.
But the thing is, though, in America, you can sue for anything.
Yes.
That's why you got to be careful.
And you can sue for $1 just to prove a point.
Come to
The end of the show.
No.
But we've been talking. We've talked about the whole concert industry. We might need to set up our own ticket platform to sell tickets because Ticketmaster's taking the piss.
Saint the Beat tickets.
But where can the people find you if they want to see you?
So my handle is Bambina La Reina on every single platform I have. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Discord, girl, if you want to talk to me.
MySpace.
If there was MySpace, that would be my handle. Tumblr.
Is that your Tumblr handle?
No. Actually, it might be, you know. I don't think I have access to my Tumblr.
Me neither.
Tumblr. The Tumblr was a moment.
That was a moment.
Is that where you found Lana Del Rey?
Yes. But then there was also the Born to Die video that made me like, who is this?
I never had Tumblr.
Good. It was very much aesthetic, like the We Found Love aesthetic and the very much
I feel
depression.
like it was
glorifying depression.
Glorifying depression, emo.
Yeah, like the people that were like, oh yeah, I was a Tumblr girly. They all
I
have
was
similar
still-
kind of vibes.
I'm still in my emo phase, I beg.
Oh,
Life is life in.
We get it.
Listen,
We're
life
sending
is
you
life
love.
in. Thank you. Life is life in. And also another thing, I don't feel like you should stop listening to the stuff that you love just because you got older. Just continue listening to it.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to Raven Supernatural the other day and I was like, that is a banging tune.
I was listening to This Is Me yesterday.
Is in Raven Simone.
Yeah, Raven Simone is on That's Raven soundtrack, which I just got on vinyl. I was like, listen, this song is
Do you
never leaving
actually
my life.
listen to the things on the vinyl, on the record player?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you don't just buy it just to promote it?
No. Promote what?
Or like, I'll talk about it, sorry. Like,
Oh
review
no,
them.
like
Or like as the keepsake. Because some people just do it for keepsakes.
Some vinyls are some vinyl are because I said vinyls and that's not even the correct. Some vinyl are keepsakes, and then most of them I'm playing them because it's just like I want to have like music that I like. And also my parents were into collecting CDs, so I have CDs as well. And I feel like this was just the next. I don't even know how to. Actually, no, I do know how I fell into it. There was a band that I really loved and I wanted that. How can you support artists that you love? And then I realized H&B also sell vinyl. So I bought my first vinyl in college when I was like 16 or something. And then it just started from there.
Oh god, I was going to start another topic, but anyway, we're rounding up. I was going to say a lot of artists, they sell keepsake items like vinyls and stuff as a way for them to also make money. I wish they would
bring that back more into the VIP packages as well, because some artists, you will have like a tour exclusive and you could only get it if you had the VIP stuff. A VIP ticket or so like inside the
and things,
venue.
Posters.
Yeah.
Fair. Anyway, you can find us at Sync the Beat Pod on everything. That is Instagram, TikTok, email.
Wait,
email us, Spotify, YouTube, all the social platforms.
All of them were there.
And our personal handles, well, mine is at Aratopsy, ARATOPSY.
Mine is Alex Okwa, ALEXOKOA. You know that's half of my surname. It's not my full surname.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, she doesn't know that.
Oh.
I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so people call me Alex Okwa sometimes. I'm like, that's not my full surname. It's actually a Kwampa. It's just it looks nicer, shorter. Yeah, like I've had it long before. I didn't like it. It's just quick. 8 letters.
It's quick, snappy,
quick,
real
snap.
Cute.
Yeah, like mind your business. I'm Jimmy R. But Vinyl Girl, Reina Vinyl, Bambina La Reina.
Actually, I love Vinyl Girl so much.
You're gonna change all your handles now?
No, because probably somebody's taking
as Vinyl Girl.
But I might just put like also known as Vinyl Girl in my bio.
Allow us, man. We're sorry. But no, thank you. We've loved having you, girl.
It was lovely to be here. It's really nice to have this conversation with people who get it.
Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it?
Those that get it, get it.
And those that don't.
Signing out.
Period.